Ba, ba, boo. Thoughts? Yes, of course, yes. Hello, please. Anybody there? Is anybody there? Curious. Very curious. Okay. What is my drong doing today? I know one thing is I need to twiddle around with the physics. Okay, there we go. Need to twiddle around with the physics of the tree, because nothing that I do in the physical material override. Ooh, interesting. I need to fix this. I should not be able to chop this from this far. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, because it's just in the deformable ISMC. Okay, let's fix this real quick. Where are you used at, good sir? Oh, literally only on the ISMC. Do I need to use a fucking component for this little piece of data? Because this ISMC is not an entity, so I can't just use... Do I make it an entity for each ISMC just so I can throw some random ass data on it? Because I need this interaction distance override on the tree dynamic mesh actor as well. Or we override the... Or we override the this. I hate this. I kind of hate it. Maybe let's forget that for now. I don't feel like doing that right now. But yeah, these trees fall like feathers. I also need to do the damage for when they fall. That's gonna be interesting. I should also change the loot to be area based. Yeah, I did change them to... Hello? Good morning, welcome. I did change them to little world items rather than pick upable logs. It's just going to be a lot easier for the entities. Which, by the way, where is he? Let me see if he picks these up. Let me create a little area here. Where is the entity? Is he here? He is not showing up. Let me finish chopping this. Let me finish... He's here somewhere. Oh dear, he's quite far. Oh yeah, he's way the fuck far away, isn't he? There he is. There he is. Oh, he ran up a tree. Back down from there. Join my colony. I want you to only haul. Okay, let's see if he goes and picks up that shit. He's probably gonna put his axe into... Yes. Oh, because these were never, those were never... Does he go pick those up now? Yeah. Now he's going to pick those up. Nice. Oh, it plays the sound when those ones get placed in there now too. Is he coming or is he stuck? Might be stuck up there. He's coming. He's coming. Come now. There he goes. There he goes. God damn it. Quit running up the fucking trees, bro. What are you doing? He did put it in there. Okay. I chop the pine tree. No. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the nav mesh doesn't rebuild in this level for some... Or no, it rebuilds, but it doesn't build around the trees in my test level here. I don't know why. So yeah, he runs up the fucking trees way too goddamn much. But anyways, yeah, I need to fix the physics of the tree. And changes to the physical material don't seem to make a difference, so I need to do like some testing here. I need to make like a fake dynamic mesh or whatever. Just give me an actor. EP test dynamic mesh physics. Sure, yeah, just throw that right there. And let's give it a dynamic mesh component. Yes, good, good. On begin play. Get the dynamic mesh, and isn't there like, can't I, append capsule. Wait, was there a with collision? Yeah, we will need collision there. Make options. Polygroup mode for face. I don't know that I give a shit about any of that. Make transform. Yeah, it can just be... I hope that's relative. Is that relative? I think that's relative. Yeah, radius, line, yeah. That's all well and good. And then... Does it already set it? Here, let's just click play here. Okay, it does. There's a nice little capsule. Do you have collision on you? Might not be turned on. Close other tabs here. Collision is set to no collision. Okay, let's do block all. I don't think we care about overlap events. We'll turn that off. And then also... just scoot you closer to where my spawn is so I can just see it a bit better. And we will start it up here. So let's also turn physics on. Physics. Simulate physics. Yes, good, good. So there's also mass scale. Is that... I feel like I tried to set that the other day. And it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. Okay, you are not falling at all. Why do I have shader fucking issues? Why are you crashing? Don't do that. Don't crash me. It's the same fucking material every goddamn time. Don't know what its deal is. Honestly. I just wanted to see the collision of the thing. Okay, so can I not turn on the fucking show collision anymore? What the hell is going on, man? Is it the same? Let me guess. It's the same material. It's the same immo weapon. Okay, I should just... I'm not going to spawn the NPC because he's the one holding the mace that has that material. I don't know what the fucking deal is. I should just stop using that. I should just not have him equip that. Oh, I said I was gonna not spawn him. Okay, now can I visualize collision, please? Yes, I can now. Can't tell. Do you have collision on? I guess not. No, you don't. Do I have to explicitly set the collision? I think I might have to explicitly set the collision. Okay, it fell. Oh. Where did it go? Oh, it's like... Oh, it's... it doesn't have a material. Oops. What a material. Do I have to... Didn't have a material Rami boy, right? Just overlay material, which I don't think. Yeah, I think we'll just do this, and the material just need it. Come on, Unreal Engine. I just wanted to click material. Come on. This is why no one likes you. Debug white. Good old debug white, everyone's favorite. Okay, so yeah, it has physics. Very floaty. Okay, heard. Set physical material override. Let's use the one I already have. See if that changes it at all. It didn't feel any different. Also, move that some more. Move that like over here. Oh, it did. That definitely changed it. Yeah, because now I can't even knock it over. It's so fucking heavy. Okay, so that changed it for sure. Why did it fall so slow though? Maybe that's the issue. Density, change density to 1. Let's turn like the gyroscopic Uzi what's it on. You can just set the mass override as well. Wait, is this all? Should I just set all of that instead of using an override material? To reduce linear movement. Drag force added to reduce angular movement. Gravity group index. Don't care about damage. Inertia conditioning. Inertia conditioning increases inertia when an object is long and thin. That sounds like a tree. And also when it has joints that are outside the collision shapes of the blah, 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 blah. I have no idea if I want that or not. Mass scale 1,000. See if that makes a difference. It does not act like it's that heavy. You know what I mean? It doesn't fall fast enough. Maybe that's just like when you start something in midair, it like needs to, you know, accumulate inertia. Stabilization threshold multiplier. A higher number will cause more aggressive stabilization at the risk of loss of momentum at low speeds. Fuck. Let's set it to 0. See what happens. It's still like the falling is what I need. That didn't seem to do anything. I need you to fall like faster. I thought just increasing mass would do that. Linear dampening of 0. Try that. What is it? How do you make? How the fuck do you make something fall faster? And just set mass 1,000. If I set mass to like 1. Mass scale to 1. Object fall speed is irrelevant. Well, I guess it's not necessarily fall speed, but like the acceleration of the fall. Oh my god. Good god, I just punted that thing. Jesus Christ. Dex Builds, thank you for the follow. Build comment. But like, it looks so floaty. I need it to not be, I need it to not fall like a fucking feather. You know what I mean? How do I make it fall better? This is from 2014, so that's not going to be relevant because that'll be like physics. Seven years ago. God damn. Momentum slash physics based fall. Two objects of different mass dropped in the same height will hit the ground at the same time with same acceleration. I mean, in a vacuum, yeah, but not in real life. I would like to think that there is something built into this physics system that allows for such things. Like if you drop a bowling ball and a feather, they will not hit the ground at the same time. They won't. They'll only do that in a vacuum. Which I hope that this physics isn't assuming that the world is a vacuum. And there's some way to override that. But yeah, if there is a like gravity multiplier or something, that would be nice. That could work. Though I don't know what that is. Gravity group index. The bot, which determines rate of acceleration. So like, what if I said that to 10? Does that actually change anything? No, it needs to be less than 8. I see. Okay. Thank you. Can I go back, please? 8. Yeah. I mean, I assume maybe 0 is the fastest. Sure, it's in a vacuum, but I don't know if you even includes air resistance. Well, I mean, like, to me, it would be kind of silly not to. I mean, I don't know that you need to like simulate it, you know, fully or anything like that. But like, we're not making games that take place in vacuums, right? So surely there is a way to specify the fall rate and the gravity scale. I would think something like that. This didn't seem to change anything. Like, why wouldn't a physics system include something like that? It seemed, because like that just makes everything fall at the same rate, which is not realistic at all. Where? I close that. It's talking about character movement. Physics, fall rate, gravity scale, something like that. I wonder, is there just like a... No, I mean, there's just enable or disable. Scale by moment of inertia. Useful for computing the torque needed to rotate an object. I mean, this is silly to me. This is very silly to me. I'm about to write my own fucking physics engine. God damn it. Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna fucking have to. Let me read these docs here. I mean, how are projects getting away with simulating physics if everything falls the same fucking rate? Like, that seems ridiculous to me. Am I naive to think that? This is physics replication. Simulation. I feel like there's probably some setting that's like worded really weirdly that affects this, that I need to find. It's like not straightforward. Be like a max tensor dorsimus velocity linear or something. I don't know. It can be something like that, I feel like. Oh, I turned on physics substepping too, didn't I? Yeah, maybe there. Let me look at like the project settings. I think I did that so that my characters wouldn't fall through the ground. Create your own custom air resistance calculations. I mean, I just fall rate. Like, I just... There are some relatively simple formulas you can find out there. I mean... Sure, but like, why... Am I ridiculous for thinking that this should be something that's like super inherent to a physics system? I mean, I'm not like super well versed in physics, but like this seems kind of ridiculous that it's not something that's built in. Please turn on dude, you can turn on subtitles, you know that, right? Also, like, this is live, like there aren't pre-made subtitles. I'm pretty sure you can. Oh no, they might be turned off. Oh, never mind. I think I have to enable that setting. Never mind. I'm sorry. Never mind. I have to enable that setting. But for some reason I can't do that while it's live. So sorry. Physics. Oh, replication. I do have async physics as well. Ticked, I suppose. Maybe you need something like initial acceleration. That might help. But that's like literally I would just have to apply a force. Do I speak? What do you fucking talk? Yes, I speak English. What are you fucking talking about, dude? Are you about to be weird? Are you about to be fucking weird all up in my chat? Chaos physics. Unreal physics, both old physics and the new chaos physics, are relatively simple in their implementation and are designed to very roughly and cheaply simulate. My understanding was that chaos physics was supposed to be much more realistic. I mean, regardless, a fall rate is still a very simple thing that I feel like should be in here. And if there is a terminal velocity, if everything has the same terminal velocity, then an initial acceleration is not really going to fully help the issue. And the thing is, I do apply a force to the trees when they're falling. I want it to start slow but gain a lot of speed. Like when you chop a tree, it's up and down, you know, and then it's slowly, and then it falls. That's what I want. I want it to fall like a fucking tree, you know. Yeah, it's all like young people, Roblox kiddies or something, you know. Yeah, there's definitely something I'm not understanding, because I feel the way I'm thinking about it is something so simple and necessary that it's surprising that it's not here. This is just like project settings, right? I'm putting you in timeout. Min mass threshold. Default terminal velocity. Do I need to recreate the physics volume? You can't even do that. Can't even do that in blueprints. God, the fucking flashbang. Jesus Christ. I was like I was locked the fuck in for this one. That blasted me. Go away. What are we doing here? Okay, so you can create a volume where the physics settings are different. Okay, that's... They have that, but I can't just change it per object. Okay, why does character movement have the settings that I'm thinking of, but nothing else does? Wait, where is the terminal velocity? Is this lying to me? Why did that just expand everything? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, it's so bad. I have to find wherever the fuck I was. Gravity scale. Okay, so this has a gravity scale. And it had, like, why? You should look for physics volume settings. But how does that, is a physics volume like an actual volume? Should update physics volume. Or do I need to add a physics volume to this? Oh, this is a physics volume. I see. But that doesn't, yeah, okay, I see now. I see what you mean. But this doesn't help me though. Like, I can't just have a volume where everything inside that volume falls differently. We look at gravity scale. Music, hello? This is on the movement component. Ba-da-boo, ba-da-boo, boo, 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 ba-da-ba. Simulate movement. Apply downwards force. Okay, so they're just like manually applying force for character gravity. If the current floor is a valid blocking hit? Fizz falling. New fall velocity. Oh my god, dude. So the expectation is to just do this yourself, I suppose. Oh. I don't want to fucking do this, dude. At this point, yeah, it's like, why? What is the physics system doing for me? Dr. Elliot somewhere is like rubbing his hands together like a little mischievous raccoon, being like, yes, use my engine, yes. I am so baffled that there is nothing that can affect gravity scale or something along those lines. It says this determines rate of acceleration. I don't know why they would call that gravity, but also it didn't seem to do that. That's really annoying. That's really, really, really annoying. Oh boy, okay. Oh, I may have to put this aside. I may have to put this task aside. Which means I'll have to put the trees dealing damage to players and colonists aside as well, which is what I was going to do next. Or soon. And I'm gonna have to look into creating a physics and collision system. I'm gonna have to, I think I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't at least look into it. I know it's like a lot. I actually looked at a plugin called Eden, which was an ECS physics system. But when I tried it out, it was very unperformant, which was surprising. You'd think it would be more performant given that it's organized as an ECS. I am a little reluctant to... So that plugin didn't work. I'm a little reluctant to write my own collision and physics system because it's hard, right? It's a difficult problem to solve. There's a lot to take into account, especially with replication. But I don't need super fancy physics. I need very, very simple bare bones physics. You know, I basically just need, obviously I need some gravity. I need collision detection. But that can be like turned off for most things, right? For most things. It would be nice to be able to... I assume that I would get oodles and oodles of memory saving if I didn't need to use Unreal Engine physics. Or collisions, sorry. That's the whole reason I had to not... like, generate dynamic mesh components. Because they just take up so much memory. Yeah, system by system, I know. This one, the collision in physics, though, is not a system I want to rewrite. It's not, I don't think that I would... Like, it's gonna take a long time to get it right. But I should at least look into it, I think. I'd love to talk to Dr. Elliot about it, but he's just going to tell me to use his engine. He's going to beg me to. Be like, bro, I can't switch engines now. I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. If he had like a PCG system, I might consider it. might consider it. He's gonna catch wind of that and write one. I know he will. So one of the problems I was going to face is collisions against NPCs, because they don't have collision turned on. They don't have any collision generated at all. I just use math along with some capsule bounds to determine things like, you know, if the fireball has impacted them or if the character has clicked on them. You know, and also to determine where to put them on the ground. And then I just rely on the nav mesh to be correct, to have them not walk through walls or through trees. But if I wrote a super bare bones collision physics, I mean, it's kind of two separate things, but they go hand in hand, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to at least look into that, see how much of a pain in the ass it is. The replication is the thing that really scares me. Replicating physics, networked physics, is not something... That's not a wheel I would like to recreate. That sounds horrible, I'll be honest with you. It sounds fucking horrible. And it's nice that these physics are just like, what is jolt? What is jolt? Have you used this, Marcus? This, what? That's sketchy. I haven't, I think it is used in Godot. I see. How performant is it? Oh, it's used in these games? That's crazy. Time to switch to Godot. Yeah, I don't want to switch. It is multi-threaded. Sounds like everything can run in parallel, which is nice. Unconstrained from the game thread we are. Just think of all the juicy FPS you will gain. By switching to Godot, I don't necessarily know that that would be true. I was spawning hundreds of rigid bodies with little noticeable impact. Yeah, I mean, I could do that in Unreal Engine too. I think I spawned 1,000 and it ran totally fine. Can it run 10,000? That would be cool. The simulation runs deterministically. You can replicate a simulation to a remote client by merely replicating the inputs to the simulation. Cool. I just don't know how I don't know how this compares to let me look at this. Unreal Jolt. Wow. Someone has done this. It's not just me. So it sounds like Chaos is not a deterministic physics engine, then. I'm reading some of these comments. Oh, so does Rocket League use Jolt as well? Thank you for bringing this up, by the way. If anyone knows anything else that I can look into, by all means. No FPS counter, huh? No hardware. Oh, come on. It says 3,680 bodies being dropped on a scene from Horizon Zero Dawn using Jolt physics. I mean, cool, but this means nothing if I don't have the hardware that this ran on and the FPS that it runs at. Okay, no help there. Let me look at this Unreal Jolt real quick. This is a bolt-on integration, not a replacement for the existing Chaos physics solver. You should only need this if you specifically want some kind of behavior. It's not available in Chaos. Deterministic physics, multi-core processing of many bodies could make the case. I think multi-core processing. I think I can warp my mindset into that being a requirement. Yeah. Multi-core processing is not yet implemented properly using Unreal's own thread pool system. So that is one thing that Unreal does really well is the task graph. Like it does, is like, I guess creating a new thread raw, like from scratch, takes a lot of upfront time to do so. But in Unreal Engine, you constantly have you have all the threads already created, I suppose. So you can just like dispatch stuff to them without that upfront cost. And so if this is not using that, potentially it's not as performant or something, I don't know. I think I will have to check out. Like, what actually is this doing? Does this use Jolt, but for Unreal Engine, or is it like a re-implementation? I don't understand. Jesus Christ. Big worlds. Five kilometers from the origin. I think that's fine for me. Architecture of Jolt physics. Performance test. I suppose I could probably get this running. It's always a pain in the ass to get this shit running like in Unreal Engine or something. Suppose I can always get it running and test out the performance. Projects using Jolt. Horizon Forbidden West. I don't see Rocket League on here. I also don't see Death Stranding 2. This is interesting. This is interesting. Wow, wow, can you imagine? Look at this, look at this. Applying a custom gravity override to a vehicle. Wow, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Applying a custom gravity modifier. Couldn't be chaos. Couldn't be chaos. Wicked uses it too. What is Wicked? I don't know that I give a shit about soft bodies at all. What would also be nice, what would be really nice, is if I could unify my ray casts, my line traces. Because right now, for some cases, I have to trace against my like custom terrain collision and also Unreal Engine collision. So I have to do like 2. So if I could unify those, that would be fucking great. That would be great. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend. Trying out another physics plugin. It's a GDC talk for Horizon Forbidden West, hell yeah. I'll watch that during work.
The script can spawn objects there, and what we guarantee is that whenever the scene is active, all of the collision information for under the scene is available at that location. And then there's another radius, which we call the activation radius, and basically if the player walks inside that radius, we activate the scene, we create all the objects, and the script can start running. Then the next building block are tiles. We have 256 by 256 tiles in our game. And basically we have 3 types of tiles. The first type is high lot. The high lot contains full detail graphics and it contains full detail collision information. And we have 3 by 3 tiles around the player with this detail. Then a little bit further out we have what we call medium lot tiles, and this is like a lower detail graphics, but it still contains all of the collision information. And this collision information is baked out because our visual meshes and our collision meshes are combined together, and we don't want to have the high lot visual meshes in this case, so we need to bake that out into a separate blob that we can load so that it's much cheaper than actually having the high detail information there. You can see there is a little bit of an extra area on the side of where you currently are in your 3 by 3 high tiles. And The whole reason behind these medium-low tiles is that the scenes are so large that they can actually stick out over the 3x3 high detail tiles. And that would basically violate our guarantee that a scene is always on high detail collision. So robots could be falling through the world if we didn't do this. And then even further out, we have the low detail tiles, and the low detail tiles basically contain low detail geometry, but they don't contain any collision information anymore. Expensive. It would take like 5 to 10 milliseconds, and that would cause a huge frame spike.
Wait.
So here you can see a screenshot of our editor, and it shows you the scenes that are active in a very small area of the world. And you can see that we have many scenes.
What does he mean? Wait, what does he mean by scenes? Does he mean like a collision object? This just looks like a bunch of debug drawings, or is this... This honestly looks like some avant-garde artwork.
Next to these scenes, we have 28 tiles, and these things, they're constantly changing if you're walking around in the world. We have about 20,000 bodies active at any time in the world. So this is actually quite a big load on the physics engine. And in our old physics solution, basically whenever we switched a tile from high to low, or we activated a scene, we basically had to block. We had to lock mutex, and no other thread could access the physics world at that time. And adding objects was very expensive. It could take like 5 to 10 milliseconds, and that would cause a huge frame spike.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So what we really want from our new solution is to be able to do all of this work in the background thread and make it possible to do it without locking any mutex at all, so that everything else in the game can continue doing its work.
Yes, I want that too.
The next subject that we're going to discuss is the game object update. So we
So he said 20,000 physics bodies. Yeah, I'm gonna watch more of that later. Keep that around. What is platform blue? I don't think that's what it's talking about. I have no idea what the fuck that's talking about. Nice, we have a whole doc. We have a 10-page doc on performance. It'll compare it with PhysX and Bullet. I have heard of Bullet. That's like the CPP one. This is something closer to what I would have. Convex shapes falling on a triangle mesh. That would be, you know, that's basically my terrain. The tests ran on an Amazon EC2. What? All tests were first done with continuous collision detection turned off and then on. CCD off is called discrete and jolt. CCD on is called linear cast. The latest generation AMD processors only come in general purpose flavor. Why aren't they just running this on a regular ass machine? Why are they doing it in Amazon instances, EC2 instances? Normalized steps per second. Num threads. So they wouldn't need to spin a benchmark server. I mean, I was just thinking on running it, like just run it on your local machine. Wow, it actually gets worse with more threads. That's crazy. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. The memory bus becomes a big bottleneck. Okay, so this is still just the... God, I still have no frame of reference for what this is. So it's steps per second, which is effectively the frame rate if you divide the two. That's the FPS. Also, like not taking in anything else into account. Hopefully, they get like I get an actual FPS number, and then also I need to know what these processors are because I need to compare them to my own. Okay. This is the result of the bullet ran the absolute worst. Okay, so Jolt, very comparable performance to PhysX. And then it gets better after 4 threads. It's weird that the continuous collision detection is basically the fucking same performance for Jolt. And it's like 1 thread is never going to be the case. I mean, I'm going to say we're going to have at least... Like, what is an Intel processor? What's like the average number of threads in an Intel processor? AMD would be like 6 to 8, right? So we'd be up in that range. Also, I need my threads for other things as well, so I may not be able to use every single thread for physics. Say like 6 average. I feel like that's a fair 6 average cores in the modern processor. This test doesn't really stress the CCD system as it contains relatively large shapes moving at a speed that doesn't cause them to tunnel through the mesh terrain. Okay. And so, God, I wish I knew what the fucking... let me... What is this comparable to? Of course, they're images, so I can't, like, search. God damn it. Oh, can I? Ah, go away. So they're running it on that one. Is this ordered? This is allegedly legacy. CPU versus not great. Okay, hang on. CPU versus. This it? Oh, I can use this one. I can use this one. Yeah. It said HK. I don't know. Well, yeah, give me that one. And I think I have a 7700X, if I'm not mistaken. Forgot, it's been a while. 7600X. Okay. $76,000. Okay, so that is a better. Wait, why does it say? Oh, mine's better by 31%. Why was I reading that backwards on the other page? Okay, so perfect. This is a shittier. It has four cores. That's probably. Wait, how does that make sense? $7,700 is ancient. Is it now? Okay, I had like the. I have no idea about Intel processors. I've never had one, honestly. What is SMT? It's a. Okay, yeah, that's how. Okay, I was gonna say I read that it only has 4 cores. I'm like, how the hell does that? How the hell does that make sense? This is talking about 8 cores. But I guess SMT is a way to use a single core for multiple threads. Okay, so this is great then. This is great news. So napkin math here. We'll take the 6 core count here. We'll just say 700 divided by 60. Is that right? 60. Wait, 700 per second. Oh wait, yeah. What am I thinking? I don't need to divide anything. That's so 700 FPS. What is this processor? Okay, that's still an Intel processor. PhysX runs much better if not using CCD. Bullet's terrible. Fuck Bullet. Never gonna use that. Okay, this is good info. Thanks for bringing this up. We will look into Jolt. Promising. Seems promising. I like it. I like it. It'd also be nice if I could get like a memory thingo. So it's gonna be interesting because authoring the collision is now going to be weird. What's nice is in Unreal Engine for like the there's one of my trees here. Like I can visualize the collision and stuff. And I can edit it. I can add the collision and stuff in here. But if I use a different collision system, I'm not going to be able to do that. I guess I could copy this and then put it into the Jolt system, but I don't want it to take up memory. That's the thing. Well, there's 2 Unreal Engine plugins. Won't you? I expect UE to abstract these things. Won't I what? Artillery Eco. I mean, I guess the thing I'm worried about is like now now this like static mesh takes up more memory because it has collision on it. That's, I guess, what I'm worried about. This is like a whole ass game engine or something. Why is this saying Unreal Engine? Is this an Unreal Engine thing? Why did this link? Okay, I guess it is an Unreal Engine thing. This is like a whole ass thing. Determinism abilities, threaded input processing, and state management primitives, married to a core set of basic tools used to bind to a weapon, character, entity, effect, or actor in a compositional and elegant way. Fast. Very, very, very fast. Fast enough that you might not need to do any serious optimization for minigames. This bristle cone. It was something to do with networking. Is it a fucking GitHub thing? An F# library. Or I don't think this is what it's talking about. Interesting. Limited integration with gas, primarily focused on queues. Bristle cone. Still haven't found what the hell that is. Oh, did you find it? Aha. Nice. Significantly reduces effective latency. Wow. The fuck is an Indian? What the fuck does that mean? Is this specifically... It is game-centric, okay. Breach dogs. Founded by Bungie, Riot, and Google veterans, Breach Dogs makes the cooperative games that we want to play. We also maintain one of the fastest open source networking frameworks for Unreal Engine, Bristlecone. Credits include... What are they working on now, though? Also, what is this fucking website? It's one page. This is it. There's no menu or anything. Dude, Marcus, you're being like my little LLM today. Love it. In computing, Indianness is the order in which bytes within a world data type are transmitted over a data communication medium or addressed in computer memory, counting only byte significance compared to earliness. Okay, that answered. I understand more about it, but I still have so many questions. Barrage encapsulates a jolt. It's networking shit, don't worry about it, yeah. Okay, interesting. I have a lot to look into. Dude, oh my god. Game developers are fucking nuts, man. Listen to this sentence. Listen to this sentence. I intend to expand the conserved attribute to support time sampling its changes, allowing us to do a highly granular reconciliation with a very low actual bandwidth cost, assuming this reconciliation is delta compressed and occurs irregularly. What are they fucking talking about? Finally, conserved attributes will be extended even further to tackle the problem of floating point determinism in a general way, based on some tricks around frame boundary-based quantization. Bro, what the fuck, man? I just want to make a game. What do you... I don't... What is frame boundary-based quantization? ELA5? I have no idea how that applies to games. Holy shit. Cleanly express weapon-centric design patterns and character-centric design patterns. When picking, prefer weapons. Avoid tight coupling between characters' abilities, weapons, spawnables, and pickups. Failure to do this will be excruciating later. Is that a threat or a promise? To meet these needs, we provide an impure ECS model with runtime type information available through skeleton keys. Second is that mass integration will continue at pace, and this is ramifications. So they are integrating with mass, it sounds like. Where was that? Is mass on here somewhere? What is it? What is this? The skeleton, let me look at skeleton keys, yes. Input shim. I'm gonna have to prompt Elliot, Dr. Elliot LLM with this GitHub page and see what he thinks about it. He's just gonna tell me to use this engine. Bro, these guys are gigabrains. He's using words like esoterica. What the fuck, dude? Raise your hand if you've ever used the word esoterica before. I've used esoteric before, but esoterica, that's above me. Okay, interesting. Tick lights. And they link to Tranix gas docks. Nice. This seems like, I don't know if I'll be able to, this seems like a lot of overhead in like a, I'm gonna have to rewrite everything to fit this kind of way. But maybe I can take some things out of it, you know? Maybe bristlecone or something whenever I get to networking. Absolutely massive roll forward incorporating MF utils. I hope that stands for motherfucking utils. No, megafunk. I want to know what games are made with this, or like what they're working on, or if this is just like a pet project or something. Okay, I'm gonna have to say, I'm saving that one for later. Close that. Saving the jolt physics for later. Where's that Unreal Engine one? We'll save that one too. Save that one for later. Okay, that was a nice little tangent. That was a nice little tangent. God, it would be so nice to be able to have collision on my entities. And be able to move them without, you know, massive performance concerns. That would be fucking nice. That would be fucking nice. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. Take the doggo out. Get some more coffee. I'll be back for some more dev after that. We back. We back. Okay. So with setting aside the physics issues, I think what we have to work on. Hi back. Hi back. I'm dead. Setting aside the physics issues, I think what we need to work on is the colonist tree chopping. I think it's mostly working now. I'll need to retest it. But I think specifically they do not pick up the dropped wood. So we need to take a stab at that. That's what we need to do. All right, just undo. Just probably undo this whole file. Oh no, this is. That's fine. Keep that. Just undo this stuff up here. Because it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. Drop loot. Okay. Where do I want to be right now? I need to be in the chop trees task processor. Now this is going to be kind of weird. So right now the current flow is just like find the closest choppable thing, whether that is an ISMC or a dynamic tree mesh, and whack it. And the tree chop ability kind of handles how it should be whacked. And then after it has been whacked, repeat. And you know, most of the time it just finds the one it was already chopping is the closest one. So it will just swing at it again. I suppose I also need... Another thing is that it doesn't, they don't try to chop the felled trees until they have completely stopped physicsing. Which does make it a little bit awkward, but I think I'm going to leave that like that for now. For Conan. I'm going to say hi in chat here. Hello. Yeah, well, I'll leave the physics thing aside. We may change that because it like there's a... You definitely have to wait until it falls. And I may write code to make the colonists less efficient in the name of flavor. Because like when you're going out and when we all go out and do lumberjacking like we all do frequently, you go and you chop a tree and you wait for it to fall. And then you would continue chopping the felled tree, right? These guys are so efficient. They'll whack it and then they'll clear the stump before it's even done getting felled. So I may write some code to make them just wait because that's more realistic. And it'll be a little... I think they're actually going to be way too efficient at gathering wood, actually. I think so. But I have drastically lowered the amount of wood that you get from a tree. But for now, I also need them to check for nearby wood droppings, tree droppings. Right now I'm doing that here. Try build chop trees task. Right. Prismatica, welcome. How goes the chop? The chop is going good. It's working. We've got a system. I can show a little bit what we got here. And I think actually, let me get the, let's go ahead and test the colonist as well. I need to do a little retest here. Let's spawn one of you. Where is that? Some entities. 1. Tamar Stoneheart. Yes, good. Okay, join my colony. Go ahead and start the vlogger as well, just in case something goes wrong here. He has a habit of running up the trees and getting stuck. Okay, you can go over there. There we go. Clear the stump. Drop our little wood there. And then he needs to, what I'm working on now, he needs to pick those up. Then we can further chop. And it just chops naively down the middle because I didn't want players to cuck themselves by snipping the tip. Like if they just snipped like this much off, they wouldn't get any wood from it, you know? So I didn't want them to like cuck themselves out of wood, and this is just kind of simpler. Because, you know, how much wood could a woodcuck cuck if if a woodcuck could cuck wood? There you go. And once it gets small enough, based on like the length, it'll turn into some wood. There you go. Oh my god, why can't I pick it up? Oh no, it's broken. Is it broken? Now, Tamara is going very nicely. He's absolutely missing that tree, though. You're way too close, my friend. Thought I was supposed to generate a fake hit. Did I not, is it not working anymore? Same in Valheim, they just break in half. Yes, but mine is dynamic. I dynamically edit them at runtime. I don't have separate meshes for every single type of tree. What are you doing here, man? What happened? Where did your swing start? There we go. Activating ability. End ability. Swing finished. So we did not generate the fake chop from him missing the tree. We should be getting into here, I think. That definitely should have an activated target. Oh. Oh. Poo. I see. Okay, so yeah, because it's an ISMC, there's no entity. There is no entity. I have no idea what to apply it to. Deal damage to target. Shit. Well, shit. I guess I need to check. Would it also be on the interaction? Oh, he hit it. He got it that time. Well, that kind of ruins that. Kind of ruins that. Okay, let's write it to do here. To do, fake chops don't work when missing an ISMC tree because... Let's just stop. Because they do not have entities. Okay. Okay. Back to the original thing that we were trying to do is they need to pick up the wood off the ground. That's a part of the tree chopping task. I think I'm gonna have like they have tasks, right? Like wood cutting or tree chopping. Tree chopping is a task, right? But within that, there are like subtasks, which is doing the literal chopping of the tree, picking up the wood, and then also hauling the wood, which maybe pick up and haul is like the same. But that might need to be configurable as well. I think maybe the best way to, because I wouldn't want them to just go run out of their way to pick up some piece of wood that got dropped like a long ass time ago. So maybe I just do a local query for wood items. I don't know. Maybe I could either do... There's two kind of ways I could do it. I could do like some sort of radial query where I just get any wood within some radius. Or I could do it more specifically to where I keep track of somehow the wood that has been dropped and the trees that have been chopped. And I make sure that they go pick up those pieces of wood. But that has implications where, like, if their inventory is full, then they should do the haul inventory task, which is something I probably need to do as well. But then in that case, they might not ever go back and pick up that wood. The task queue could help there. I do have that built to where I could... Yeah, when we retry to build this chop trees task, which is basically on init success or fail, I can check. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and say something like, if inventory data, we have an inventory. There's no such thing as a capacity. Contents num is greater than or equal to size. Do I have like an is full? I should have like an is full on there. Yeah, let's write like an is full on here. Or I guess we'll do it in inventory utils. Like a has space. Get amount that can fit in inventory. Oh, get num empty slops. There we go. That'll work. That's essentially... Get num empty slots less than or equal to 0. Not build chop trees task. Inventory is full. Let's just say... not necessarily an error, just that we're not going to say that it failed, I don't think. We just need to add the haul inventory utils, add haul inventory task. Yeah, we need to do that. I do this in my other processors as well, right? Yeah, forge task. We automatically add one afterwards. Okay. Now does this add this try build? If they can't find a place to store it, then they just fail. That basically means their inventory is full. And there's nowhere to put any of the items. So they're kind of in a cucked state where they can't do anything, honestly. I mean, should I still let them go chop trees and just leave all the shit on the ground? I think it's a question for another day. We should have inventory data for all of these, but just in case. This seems fine. Add haul inventory task, and we return. Yeah, because then it'll rerun through all of its priorities once that's hauled. I'll do that first. Yeah. And then we need to understand what is closest. I think. I don't know, maybe we always pick up the wood if yeah, let's do always pick up the wood if there is some. Always do that first. Let's do that. Now this is going to need to hauling utils. Build hauling task. I basically need like a filter here. Because I only want them to pick up wood items. Or like I was saying, I should just keep track of dropped wood. There's so many implications to how I do this. Does each individual colonist that is tree chopping keep track of which wood that they need to go pick up that they felled? Or do all of them kind of collectively share the wood that has been dropped by one of them, one of their tree chops? Probably just go with what's easiest for me. I don't really have like a source, a drop source. And we also delete the tree entity after it's chopped, so I could add some ECS data to the entity as to like, hey, here, either to the colony or to the entity, I guess. Or here's the dropped wood. It would be just an array of entity, I think. Or I just do the radial query. What would be, one is more... do I do a radial query for world items? Where's the, go back to the hauling utils. What do I do there? Oh, right, I'm like, I keep track of the cache. Yeah, I cache it all. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, if it's dropped near enough to a colony, then it gets added to that colony's cache. Okay. And that automatically happens, I believe. Yeah, this is that. Okay, so my two options are to write some sort of filter that looks through this colony haul cache for wood items. And if that's the case, then I need some sort of... I think I have a resource type right now, so I could use that. I think I might change that in the future, though. Maybe that's just a tag. Or I maintain a separate list of a colony's dropped. I think I just filter. Because it's I don't want to take up more memory, and like how many more things am I gonna have to keep track? How many more different types of resources am I gonna have to keep track of, right? I think we make it all a part of the colony haul cache, which is a haulable item. Which is larger than I thought it was. 80. It's fucking 80? Do I need all that? I guess it's caching the calculations for where it needs to go and stuff. Which I don't know. Yeah, I guess I need to know. Yeah, a haulable item could be anything. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. So that's what all this stuff is dictating. Maybe I should have separate collections for those. I don't know. Because I only care about the world item versions. Let's do this though. Let's write some code. Let's stop thinking and write code here. So auto colony. So I need to F entity belongs to colony. Colony haul cache. Or do I need to do the hauling utils, get haulable items, get colony world items? That is exactly what I want, right? For the belongs to colony. Then we need an out array of f haulable item. That we will need to filter. Let me read this again. We get the world items, iterate through it. It's not a world item. Yeah, we're just like cleaning this up basically. So maybe I should just add a filter to this function. Like maybe just a lambda. Should it be a lambda or should it be a lambda would be more flexible. Yeah. Let's do that. Const t function filter func. You're going to be a function that returns a boolean that takes in. Wait, how do I write a t? Wait, I've forgotten the syntax for this. Oh, you do it inside. That's what I forgot. There we go. The boolean, and then it takes in an f entity, which is the item. Do I name it in here? I don't think I do. Just do that. Filter func. Yeah, const ref. Good. Only world items. And then we can just do one of these bad boys here. Or something, right? True. How do I... Oh, I have to like... Ugh. Here, why don't we do... I'm gonna do this. Get all colony world items. That's going to not take in the filter funk. It's just going to be a wrapper. There. Now that's a little bit cleaner. And we can reuse that. But what we're not going to reuse it for is this, because we want filter for wood. Item type data. I think we just want the F item data. Yeah, resource type. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, also constref that. Let's not be recreating entities all over the place here. Filter, yes. I do want to, yeah, we go else if filter func world item entity, yeah. Should return true for any items that should be included in the output. Okay, so now we have our haulable items, and we're going to say if haulable items, we have some of those, should return here. We should go get those. Like, just do that. That makes sense to do that first, right? I think so. Rather than just going by, you know, calculating all of this and then going by what's closest. I think it makes sense to just grab the fucking items first. Also, I think it makes sense to chop already chopped trees first, rather than chopping a new tree. Maybe I'll think about that, maybe. Right now I calculate both and decide which one's closer. I've kind of been thinking about a system, a knowledge system. I don't know if I've talked about this or not before. But I'm thinking about a perception system as well. So like a perception stat could dictate how far away a colonist can see something. Like, you know, like a mushroom in the... Like trees, maybe I don't take perception into account because they're so big. You can see a tree, it's obvious. But for something like a mushroom, if you want your colonists to go collect mushrooms, maybe they need better perception to be able to see them. And once they do see them, they have knowledge of where that is. And foraging has been kind of a weird thing for me to build because I don't know where to send, like, from the code perspective, I don't know where to send the colonists to go collect mushrooms, right? So I just check the local radius that they're at whenever that task comes up. And if there's none there, they skip the task. But they might be coming across mushrooms as they do other tasks, right? That's where the knowledge system would come into play, where I keep track of the mushrooms that they've come across. But that would come at a cost of like having to query the radius around them every so often, which would get expensive for every colonist in the fucking world. So I've been kicking that one down the road. Lots of cool stuff to do with the colonists, though. Anyways, if we have haulable items, we should do that. Now, should I just build hauling task? Maybe I should be passing in the filter to this so I can reuse it. No, because it's going to do all the other stuff. I need to like specifically make a pickup item task. Yeah. Then we need to reserve it. You know, pickup item task should maybe inherently do the add the reserved by entity data. Yeah, because they're also grabbing food there as well. Okay, now this one's actually weird because I'm only grabbing one food off the stack, but it's going to reserve the whole item. Oof. So the reserved by should maybe take into account a quantity. Okay, hang on. Gotta write that to do down. For now, I think it's fine. Add interact action from hit. Oh, we're making the action, but we're not actually like... Yeah, so this is... Okay, never mind. Maybe it shouldn't inherently add it. Maybe it shouldn't. Because this is add interaction action from hit is just for the player. Yeah, it's just for the player. So the player might not actually pick it up. I don't know, like, do you want to, if you were staring at an item in the world, would you be mad if a colonist came by and yoinked it out from under you? Or would you be more mad that you just canceled whatever colonist was about to pick it up? I think this is what we need to do, though. Is this ordered? Forget if I don't think I order it. I don't know if I care that much about ordering it here. What do I do in the hauling utils? Closest haulable item. I don't know. I think I'm okay with this being a kind of naive... Oh, yeah, we need to also consider the reserved by. Which maybe should go into the filter function. Yeah, I think I need to reorder some things here to make it reusable. Thing is, this includes multiple. How do I want to structure this? I mean, let's just do it naively. Let's just do it naively. So let's do item data. And then if they don't, has reserved by data. We return there. Because it's not like there's going to be that many, right? What would be bad, though, I think one thing with the way that I have this written, if you have multiple colonists chopping trees and they're in completely different areas, and I'm making a strict rule to always pick up the wood first, One guy might run all the way over from one side to go pick up another guy's wood. And never pick up another guy's wood for him without asking permission. Consent is important in that situation. And I don't think I want them to consent. So yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do actually want to keep track of which ones they've felled. And only pick up their own. Dude, every one of my fucking past VODs are getting copyright claimed. It's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Like, this music is non-copyrighted. I get fake claims on it. It's so... I don't even monetize them anymore. Because it's so... Like, I get, like, what, fucking 40 cents a month? From my VODs, maybe? And then I have to spend, like, hours disputing all these claims that are for, like, songs that aren't even playing. So fucking stupid, dude. I'm so surprised YouTube has not done something more about that. They're like copyright trolls, basically. Prismatic, I don't know if you're still in here and you have to deal with that, but my god, is that fucking annoying. I know you use like the RuneScape music a lot. So yeah, maybe I do want them to strictly keep track of which trees they chopped and keep track of which wood they've chopped. There's one RuneScape track that gets fake claimed as a terrible remix of the original song. There was one, like on my playlist, there was one that was happening to. I think it was Kakariko Village. And I just took that one out. And it was fine for the longest time. But now all of a sudden, there's like half a dozen fake claims on every VOD. And it's just... It's not even right. They're not even the right songs. So I don't... I'm very surprised there's not some machine learning algorithm that can determine whether it's a real or false claim. But yeah, I don't make jack shit from YouTube, so... Dude, I was so excited to get, like, monetized or whatever, to get partnered or whatever. And then I realized, oh yeah, this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. Never mind. So yeah, maybe I do want to have, like, a distance check here. Just something. I think I could be pretty naive about the distance check. I don't think I can do it this way. I have to, like, get the... world item location. If we don't have that, are false as well. Then I need, like, the entity's location, which I'll need to pass in from outside here. Just what is some like reasonable distance for them to go? I need it to be longer than the tree. I mean, actually, it doesn't need to be that long, because they should drop fairly close. The wood items should drop fairly close, even if it's a really long tree. I mean, I guess I'm gonna change the loot drop calculation to be based on, I'll need to do like a tree curve. So I don't know, it could be large, it could be small. Let's just go like 500. I suppose I'll add a U property for it. Dropped tree loot pickup radius. Make that 500. This is not captured. Okay. Okay, so now it's not a big deal. We're just gonna grab the first one. What do we have here? It's incomplete. Ah, I forward declared it. Oops. Whoopsie doopsie. Okay, so that's all well and good. Reserve it, yes. Do I need to do anything else here? Make pickup item action. What are we looking at here? Did I do -1? Yeah, okay. -1, that means all. Means all of it. Okay, I think let's just see what happens here. Let's just see what happens. Also, why would this fail? It shouldn't fail. We'll adjust that just in case. Just in case it does. It should never fail at this point, though. And then maybe I need some log here. I need to log the log that we're picking up. Yeah, let's do this. ECS vlog. We can do... Oh no, just do ECS vlog. Hauling nearby wood item. Item to haul dot to string. Okay, that's fine. Let's ECS vlog location perhaps as well. I don't know if move to location is what I want. Never mind. Don't log that. Okay, send it. Okay, and then what is the haul inventory? There's all this stuff happening in reality all the time using an ECS. Yes. Or is some of it virtualized at a distance, e.g. to say, man, chop one tree and deposit logs per minute? No, I don't want that. That is like explicitly what I did not want. Like I didn't want to fake it, right? I wanted it to actually run. File is corrupt. What are you talking about, brother? Do I need to clean and rebuild? Oh no. Gonna take... Soul maneuver is gonna take us back 55 years. Yeah, I think we need to clean and rebuild here or something. Try one more time. Yeah, like running some naive equation. Okay, we gotta rebuild the full thing here now. So we got time to chat. We got time to chat. I didn't want to do that, right? I wanted the real thing, right? Like I want, you know, if you send a colonist out in the forest to chop wood, and then you run all the way over to the other side of the world, and that colonist is actually out in the forest chopping wood, and if there's like a bandit or a wolf in the forest, they will get attacked. Combat will happen. You know, the actual damage equations and combat will run. And if you didn't equip them well enough, or you sit them into a very dangerous area, they will die. And you will lose that colonist. you know, I want your base to get raided, potentially while you're not there. But I will need some specific game design things to keep that in check, because I don't want to make you feel like you can't leave your base or else you're going to lose everything. Definitely don't want that. I want you to be able to go out and explore. So yeah, maybe I'm definitely thinking about giving the players some sort of heads up that they're going to get raided so they can get back in time. I think a Hearthstone is definitely something that I will want. So you can kind of teleport back every so often. Need to set up scouts and signal fires. Yeah, I was thinking scouting would be like a legitimate task that you can have your colonists do, and they'll, like, you know, walk around the radius of your colony or something like that. And then, you know, someone with a higher level of perception, a higher scout skill, because this is all going to be like, they're going to have skills that level up. Maybe stealth is a skill as well, I don't know. The more heads up or the more information you'll get, right? Like a shitty scout, maybe you only get like 10 minutes heads up, you know, and then you don't really get any information about what is going to attack you. Whereas like a really high level scout, maybe you get like 30 minutes of heads up, and you have the information about how many guys are coming to attack you, what faction they're with, you know, how many fucking warriors and mages they have or whatever, something like that. And then maybe you can also send your scouts to go scout like enemy bases and get information on that. And a low-level scout will get captured. And you'll have to go rescue them. It's all very far down the road, though. I think guard duty is another task. You know, someone just patrolling. That could maybe... increase defense, or like I don't even know how I would apply that increased defense, but like maybe it would just deter attackers. Maybe it just generates raids less if you have more guards, which I think would make sense, right? But I also kind of want the world state to affect the raids, right? Like I kind of hate in... Like if you have a base like right in the center of the world, which is like the starter area, and then it gets, you know, everything gets stronger the farther out from the center you go. If you have a base in the center, and then later in the game you have bases kind of all around it, that base in the center, it doesn't really like make sense for that to get attacked, especially if it's in like a contained mountained off zone, like with the way I have the procedural zones working. Like there could only be one entrance. And if there's like another base over here, like it wouldn't make sense for the center base to get raided. I wouldn't want to just like generate a raid out of thin air in between two bases, right? Like I want it to like come from an enemy location, an enemy base location. And so I would love to give the player like a kind of like a, I don't know how to say it, like I want them to be able to clear out sections of the world. Like if you have an enemy faction on one side, or maybe you have two enemies on either side of you, you know, kind of in the world. You know, think about a game of Civilization. Like you have an enemy on the left side, enemy on the right side. If you take out all the bases on the left side, like I don't want you to have to worry about that side so much. At least raids from that faction. Maybe you'll just get like some random bandit raids that are kind of weak or something, you know, some barbarian raids. But you know, I wouldn't want to generate a raid from the faction on the right side that then attacks you from the left. That wouldn't make sense. And I want you, like, your decisions as to like how you attack other factions or clear out. Maybe they're just like bandit, like points of interest, right? Like maybe there's like a fucking bug den or something. I don't know what to call it. Like a fucking hive. A hive, that's what you would call that. Yeah, there's like a bug hive. If you clear that out, no more bugs, at least from there. So yeah, I'm thinking of these points of interest will kind of generate the raids. Anyways, let's see if he picks up wood now. And I'll also need to test if he can put it into storage. So we'll create like a little area here for him to put it in. I said little and I created a fucking massive one. Where is he? There he is. So Zevlin. Melee vlogger. Yes, go choppy. Remove the breakpoint. We don't want that anymore. Hello, please. Unreal Engine, if you could get your fucking shit together, that'd be great. Oh, did he pick that up already? Hang on. He picked that up so fast. God, I need animations for this stuff because they do everything so fast. They do everything so fast. Where's his inventory at? Yeah, he picked up the wood already. He picked that up instantly, man. Second it hit the ground, he's like, boom, got it. God damn. So that worked immediately. He's missing it now. Okay, perfect. Actually, I need this situation to happen so I can fix this shit. Surprised this is just now happening because I've tested this many times. Okay, so on swing finished, we're looking at the target that this was activated against. He's locked in. Yeah, he's swinging right past that fucking tree too. He's so locked in he can't even see the tree because he's inside of it. Yeah, I think I maybe want to use the OG interact action object. The thing is, I don't have an entity, so I don't know how to add here. Let me look at my processor. What creates the entity? Wood X collision, spawn dynamic tree mesh view. Might get tree entity from hit. Oh, I create it there. I see. Yeah, I need to do that. I'm wondering. I need to combine this somehow. Should be git or first of all, I need to rename this, but I'm not going to do that right now because I want to be able to test if I fixed it or not. Yeah, we need to create the entity. I guess I should just, I think I should just specifically write this. If interact object, yeah, if that's still valid, which let's pin that. If it's still valid. Interact object. Chop results. Yeah, and if we're not a player, add fake chop collision for miss. So, yeah, I don't think we need the activated target. I think we can just use the target entity on the interact action. This is an unchopped tree. Create new entity for it. Now, I think this is not going to happen in the right order for these processors. Because we need it to spawn first. And this is kind of happening from outside of this system. So it's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Do I need to scooch all of this to the beginning of the frame rather the end of it? I think I might need to. We'll check that out next, though. So I need this. I'll probably scooch this into a function later. And honestly, I think I check this here instead. Yeah, I guess I don't know what instance this is. I need to, oh yeah, I need to grab the SMC action. Instance ID, and then I need to transform this back into an index, yeah. Wait, for... What there we go. That's the function. I was like, I could have sworn there was one. I could have sworn there was one. Okay, so we've created that new entity. So I don't think this is going to work properly. I'm going to put a breakpoint there. I also want to put a breakpoint on each of my like key views here. So we're going to automatically deal damage to that target. Okay, yeah, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. Because it's not going to have like health or anything yet. We just automatically deal damage. So I have to like set it up here. It's like totally out of line. This is not gonna happen all the fucking time though. So I don't need to make it super performant or anything. Let's go ahead and I need to okay, we're gonna have to copy paste all of this. I'm gonna have to paste all of that. we're gonna have to get this. Import it, import that, import that. And then we're going to need to do this as well. Do that right after. Have to fucking import the... Ah, this is so bad. Yeah, I need it to be in the... Fuck, I need it to be in the WoodX processor. To bind to this delegate, to the right delegate. Right? Is this this is like protected? It's inaccessible. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could just get an I could get an instance of it. This is so hacky. This is so hacky. I think it's there's probably just a better way to deal damage to this thing. We just deal damage. Does this happen? We do that, which requires a collision event, which the collision event is added from here. Yeah, I think I need to make this check collision a little bit more modular. I think what I need to do here is we should essentially tree chop collision data. Should I make another one? Another one.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I really have this time. I really have. Yeah, I guess I should just make like a tree hit result. Thing is that there's going to be multiple. Gonna be multiple. I guess I would want the other one to also this new view to create the entity as well. So yeah, I need an array of tree hit results. What entity would that be on? What entity would I put that on? On the WoodX. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. Tree chop collision data. Tree collision event. Here, we'll order these as well. So use struct F tree collisions data. Tree collisions? That tree hit results. And then what I'll need to do, the array F my hit results. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to rebuild here. We're gonna, I can't check if this is fixed. What we will need to do, I have the WoodX entity, that's good. That's good. So instead of chop hit results, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go auto ref. We're gonna add the new thing that I just created, which I forgot the name of already, tree hit results. Add get ref f hit entities data. No. F tree hit results data. That. Get rid of that. We're gonna go here. Dot just hit results, yeah. Creating entries in each of those. And then this whole loop, this is gonna need to happen in its own processy boy. Would X hit results review hit entities data chop location. Now we want F tree hit results data. And so we want auto. I don't know if I need all that other information. Hit results. And then let's do a T inline allocator here. We're gonna be super fancy with this. So I know that there's going to be max 3 of these. So we're gonna inline allocate enough space for 3 of those in memory. I think max 3 makes sense there. Middle trace, adjusted hit location. Okay, now we need like fucking... Okay. Middle trace start, but this is just chop location, right? Chop location data world transform kit location. Yeah, there we go. I don't adjust that, do I? No, okay. Oh, we're doing an adjusted hit result here as well. Yeah, that's. I think this is that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. Okay, see now all this is fucking dandy. But now we also need to remove all this like hit result data. Yeah, we got to remove that. So we're gonna do ECS clear. Yeah, there we go. That one. Registry clear. There we go. No, not hit entities data. Tree hit results data. There we go. Okay, so I think everything is working accordingly. Now I just need to figure out what needs to actually be added to this hit result when I need to make a fake hit result, basically. So I think all of this, yeah, get rid of all of this. I think maybe just add fake chop collision for miss, because we do the free chop collision there. So I think maybe this just adds a hit result instead, and then it can be used for all scenarios. This is feeling a lot better already. Probably should have done this from the get-go. So we're gonna F my hit result, fake hit result. Okay, what exactly? Well, so we're gonna be doing the... We're gonna be making one. Here anyway, we're gonna be fixing it up. F my, I know. F my hit result. So, I mean, do I even need... What is this chop hit result used for at this point? It's a fallback. I guess we're creating the entity from this hit result. A get actor, get component, and an item. So fake hit result dot. Yeah, and then this, I think I just passed the... I need to pass different things here. I think this is just going to be the interact action, maybe even. And then, because I'll have the source entity and everything. How do I set the actor and everything? Is there... There's like a hit object. Yeah, there we go. Dot set. I forget how to like set this. Is it just set cached actor? I use this in my code at all. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so we're going to... Yeah, I guess what we're going to do here is we're just going to naively cast to each of these. Hit item. Then, of course, needs to be the ISMC action. Of course, we all know this. We all know if ISMC action will be present on the interacting entity once we get here. Instance ID, and of course we'll need to change that to an index because, I don't know, we fucking use indexes for everything, which I fucking hate. The collision instance index, I think that's fine. We'll just cast this to an actor, the, go ahead and pin the... Go ahead and pin that. Get it. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cast to a U actor component. We don't need to give a shit about what these are actually cast to at this point. Maybe we do? Primitive component. We slightly care. And then, yeah, this... Well, no, I do need to actually... Yeah, I do need to actually cast this so I need to get the index from it. Yeah, and we'll just put the ISMC there. Okay, so fake hit result, hit object handle. And the fake hit result, I should be just doing something like this, where I go auto ref on the hit tree. Fucking, what did I fucking call it? I just created it. I just typed it in this other file too. What was it called? Tree hit results data. And I should do a get or add just in case. Already been added. And then fake hit results. We're gonna add. We're going to basically add defaulted get ref. That way we avoid an unnecessary memory move. We make it super duper fucking efficient. This is not these are not the droids I'm looking for. There we go. That's what I want there. Results add, yes. Good. Now killed him. So now I think we delete this. We update that. Yes, fake chop collision for miss. And then we go, that's already updated. Yes. I want a breakpoint there so we can track it when it happens. Woodaxe collision view. Let's call this Woodaxe generates. Oh, we'll call it check collision because that's what the function is called. Check collision view. Let me look at this function again. Are we all good to go here? We are. Yes, we're just adding the hit results here. That's fair. And so now what's going to happen is we're gonna much better match the flow of this Woodaxe swing processor in the normal case where we don't miss. And then we're going to be reusing the tree spawn code to the entity initialization, where I set up the ability system, give it calculate its health, you know, all that good stuff. Get all that out of here. Okay, we will need to rebuild here. Now, where do I use this one? Add fake chop collision for trunk. This one should already be set up, I believe. I think I had to do some hacky shit to set this up too, so maybe I can, oh dear. Maybe I can redo this stuff too. What are you fucking doing? Okay. I thought I like set up the ability stuff. What is this? What is this? We have to fully import it. Is that what you want? Okay. Yeah, this one is suspect. We may need to adjust this. I think it'll be a bit better. Well, it should still work. I mean, it's not like I didn't change the flow of the processors at all. And it's still skipping. Yeah, I mean, I think that might be fine, actually. Might be fine, actually. Okay, and we're back. We're back in the game. We're back in the game. So now we just kind of gotta wait for that situation to happen again, which is kind of lame. But I think we were testing the pickup. Oh, he's gonna chop a thick boy now. Yes. I really need to get the sounds working too, because this is very unsatisfying when he does not play a sound. If there's a colonist in the forest chopping a tree and it doesn't make a sound, is the tree actually chopped? Okay, so we should go chop that one. No, he's gonna chop this big boy here next. But not before he picks up the little item. Oh, he didn't pick up the item. Uh-oh. You can do live sound effects yourself. Is that what you want? Whack. Thwop. Clang. Where did the, Okay, so he did, like, target it. Also, are you stuck now? Yeah, he's fucking stuck now. God damn it. What is your interact action here? Do we have... I don't think we ever added the pickup. He's targeting the tree dynamic mesh actor. There we go. Okay, so now we have one that's invalid. How did that happen? It's marked as 6. Oh, it's 6. Okay, this is the finished one. Never mind. Never mind. We don't have one now, so we're gonna do... We felled the tree. Felled the tree. We've cleared interact data like 7 times, which should probably not be happening. We found a random radius path over there.
Meanwhile, we are also considering trees.
which is not correct. Did you migrate your project from 5.6 to 5.7 recently? Recently, no. It was a while ago. It was a while ago. So I guess it didn't drop the item yet. No, it should have. It should have the exact frame that it died. This seems like the old, yeah, this is still the old, like, interact action. What would have skipped that? But you are working on 5.7, right? Yes, I am on 5.7. And also, don't ask to ask, just ask the question that you have that is related to 5.7. Don't ask to ask.com. For those who do not know the rule. Where am I dropping the loot at? So yeah, we do drop at the exact frame. I'm an asker enjoyer. Well, it's poor internet etiquette. And it's, you could have gotten your answer a lot more efficiently. Any Java experts around? This is bad form for several reasons. What the person is actually asking here is, any Java experts around who are willing to commit into looking into my problem, whether that may turn out to be, even if it's not actually related to Java, or if someone who doesn't know anything about Java could actually answer my question. Alternatively, it can be seen as, I have a question about Java, but I'm too lazy to actually formalize it in words unless there's someone on the channel who might be able to answer it right now. So to summarize, don't ask any Java experts around, but rather ask, how do problem with Java and other relevant info? Yeah, so just ask your question. And also, like, there are other people here. I might not be, you know, on 5.7, but there might be other people here. I'm Java. Yeah, never ask someone if they've got a second, right? If you ping someone at work, hey, got a second? Don't do that. Just ask what you need to ask. Do you have any problems with state trees migrating from 5.6 to 5.7? Or any other migrations? I don't remember. Are you asking because you have problems with state trees? Or are you asking because you're concerned with migrating? You're concerned with whether or not you should migrate. I like that the tree chopping is your shining star for this game. Is it now? It wasn't intentional. I would hope the procedural generation and colony simulation would be the shining star, but tree chopping is just a part of that. Or maybe he wish you had problems with migrate. Yeah, that he probably does now after I gave him a lecture about question etiquette. I don't mean that rudely, I mean that in an informative way. Anyways, yeah, why did he not pick up that fucking item? And also, why are you stuck also? You shouldn't be stuck, even if you didn't want to pick up that item. Let's figure out why he's stuck here. I see. He's moving. He still has a tree chop ability in flight at this point as well. Maybe we did not end. Ah, and there's where it ended. Yeah, it ended right there. I see it. Thoughts on vibe coding period. I'm on week 4. I had a lot of problems with migrating from 5.5 to 5.6, making me to rework a bunch of state tree tasks. Then from 5.6 to 5.7, I got all those problems again, making me giving up and start to work with behavior trees. Maybe I stupid about question, but I can't be that stupid with state trees. I mean, I know they've made a lot of changes. Like the state tree is an in development thing, so I don't use either. I don't use behavior trees or state trees anymore. But I would much prefer to use the state trees, as they're a hell of a lot more efficient than behavior trees, but still a hell of a lot less efficient than what I do now. I'm learning C# just watching Claude debug itself. That's a suspect statement. I don't know if I believe that. I believe you're watching Claude debug itself. I don't believe the first part, though. You're just trying to learn through osmosis. You think just like the tokens permeating your brain will help you learn more gooder? And so I still don't know like what you're trying to get out of this, Moon, because you still you're just saying you've had a lot of issues with migrating. Are you? I don't know what answer to give you. Do you want to share what issues you have had with migrating that you still need help with, or are you just wanting to vent? I would understand that. How much did you know in 4 weeks of coding? My dude, that was 15 years ago. I don't remember. Not much. I certainly didn't know how to prompt an LLM. I'll tell you that. Original object is none. Okay, so we hit the case. We hit this case, which means it's like swing. Interesting. Yeah, if it's none, I think we need to return the thingo, because now he's never gonna swing again. I don't think, because he's still like stuck. Yeah, this never got marked as succeeded, the previous one. Thought you were using it too, since I saw in your visual logger. Not anymore. I used to. I have my own state tree. It's all C++ template, variadic metaprogramming. Variadic template metaprogramming. That's what it's called. So all the state tree or all the visual logger logs are stuff that I added there. I just want to know if people are having problems working with it too. I still think you need to be sharing what your problems are for us to for you to get the maximum help from this series of questioning. I don't think just knowing that other people are experiencing issues would help you very much. Yeah, so do I just say here if there is no interact object anymore, I can assume it's a I don't know, it's a completed thing. How does he clear stumps? How does this work normally? Because he definitely has been able to clear stumps and continue. Oh, these are like, oh, he's on, is he on the next one already? Okay, he is due interact view, but he was still finishing the tree chop ability. Okay. Wait, how does this work normally? I'm confused because... Imagine launching a game with zero coding experience. It's more of an experiment, but I'm surprised Claude has been able to implement everything, but nothing cosmetic. I'm still using default assets. He will sleep well knowing it's not just him having problems. I'm sure other people have had issues before. What do I do here? Because it's started. How did he get to? So I think I probably should not be completing the interaction until the swing is finished. That's probably the issue. Oh, I see the issue now, I think. Well, but how? No interaction object, removing interact action. Because it got deleted. So I didn't finish the interaction intentionally. It allegedly succeeded. Where did that get? Where did that happen at? I don't like, I don't set it in there. Yeah, I think I usually do wait for the swing to end. I'm pretty sure that's the only place I do it at. Status is set to succeeded, though. Yeah, that would have done it right there. I feel like I should keep the object around. And then let garbage collection clean it up once I remove the... interact act. Is there a way to do that? Will I make it a T-strong object? Is it not a T? It's a weak pointer, right? Maybe I need to be making it a strong pointer. Would that fix all the issues? It's kind of a bigger change. Because usually if there is no interact object, that means there's some sort of invalid interact action that got created, and this is just kind of a catch-all view to like make sure the colonist doesn't get stuck based on some fuck up that I made. And now it doesn't work. Now chopping the stump doesn't work the same anymore as the other ones. I could say if there is no... I mean, I delete the entity too, so... Well, no, because we hit success. So there must have been an entity there. I could check if interaction object isn't valid and target entity is not valid. Then clean it up. I think that the T-strong object pointer idea feels better. I don't know, does that, if I destroy... I can't edit anywhere, it doesn't make sense. Oh, and I can't blueprint read write. Ugh. Thankfully, I do not use this in blueprints. Let me check. Let me check that assumption. Sometimes writer doesn't always have the right info for one reason or another. Thank you. You have a streaming schedule just when you feel like it. Just when I feel like it. Basically just when I have time. Hello, please. I would like to open an asset, Unreal Engine. Thank you. I do use it. Well, no, that's it's not. That's just a pin that doesn't need to be there. Let's go ahead and stop. This one is used. Get interacting with. I think. Oh, that's this. Okay. This is an easy. This is an easy function to replace. Is it actually used? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So yeah, I could create a very easy function to replace that. Let's go interact utils. Surprised I don't have one already, honestly. I basically just want like a get I have get interacting actor. We'll put it right next to this because it's going to be very similar. Going to be get interaction object. Do I just want to... Yeah, let's pass in an entity here instead. Yes, sir. That's what we want. Why is everything mad here? Oh god, yeah, I gotta like update everything now that I made it a T-strong object pointer. Oh boy, that's gonna be a pain. Not like my event-based transitions always stop to work from version to version. Or states always get stuck and don't respond to events properly. Why? Yeah, why? Why does that happen? Why do they stop to work? 'Cause I don't think... I mean, are they just changing the events each version? You guys heard Sandbox yet? I have heard of it, yes. Oh, because it's not imported. Can I just U object? Yeah, okay. It's kind of annoying that I have to template argument it too when I don't have the type imported. That is kind of annoying. At least I don't have to pin anymore. That's kind of nice. This I might just... I should probably just get there, and then I don't have to get in these two places. Okay, I'll let the compiler tell me where else it's broken. Oh my god, look at the time. Oh, I have to go to work, and I don't want to. My dog is looking at me like, yes, you really do need to go to work. You've been doing game dev for far too long. Then don't. Ah, oh, I'm sure my boss will understand. I'm sure of it. Tell him I allowed you to stay. Well, the problem is, I could have unlimited fucking vacation days and it wouldn't matter because it's all about if you get your projects done on fucking time. So, yeah, if I don't work today, there are projects that start to become in jeopardy of not getting done by the imaginary date that I am just beholden to for no actual particular reason. I have no idea. Everything worked fine with 5.6 where I used the send state tree event function with gameplay tags. But 5.7 looks like state trees don't consume anymore via transitions or something. Oh my god, stop. Stop. Well, if I could open the editor, I would open up a state tree task or something. But I mean, you are sending it to the proper actor, and you have the proper, like, receiving transition or whatever event. I mean, how did you fix it the first time that it happened? My god, okay, I'm gonna have to fix this up some other time. I did not realize how big of a fucking deal this would be. I'm upset that that doesn't automatically convert that. You should get it before changing everything in case it didn't work. I will make it work. I can just revert with this. It wouldn't be that bad. Is that it? I mean, this should always be valid, right? Well, I guess if it's... Is there an explicit is valid? I don't know if I need to do that. Take Sammer, you will work one way or another. That is how I do things. I do tend to be that way. You will work the way I want you to, or else I will rewrite you. So these are probably the actions that lead to like a 2-month-long refactor. Moon, if you were still here, what I would do if I were you would be to just create a new state tree, completely blank, and then just try to recreate the event in the simplest form, and just log something on the event or something, you know. And then if that doesn't work, then whatever way you're trying to do that is not the way that you should be doing it. If that does work, then you need to find the difference between that simple scenario and your more complicated pre-existing one. And if nothing stands out, what you'll do is just slowly start to add things from your pre-existing one to the simple scenario until it breaks. And then you'll find out what differently you need to do. Yeah, I mean, I would just look at the docs for the state tree, the 5.7 docs. If, you know, you're just doing the same thing that's in the docs. Then I would assume there's something, you know, if you're using like the same node or whatever, the send to state tree event and stuff, I would assume there's something you're either doing wrong, or I don't think there's a bug. But I do think that maybe your state trees got corrupted or something, like recreate the state tree or something. Okay, I do have to go to work now, though. I do have to go to work. IGS Ghost, welcome in. Welcome in here at the tail end of my stream. Go say hi to Stevie. We're gonna go raid Stevie. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Wish I could stay for longer. Believe me, I do. I have to go now, though. So have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye. Bye.